Hey, this is Andy with Line 6, and in this video tutorial we're going to be taking a look at how to create a Keith Richards style sound for the song Brown Sugar. So to start out with, after doing my research, I'm going to be picking the Tweed B-Man Bright amp model. So I'm going to select amp models here. I'm going to be switching out this microphone for the 121 ribbon mic, and I'm going to be changing this cabinet to the 212 blackface double. Just from doing that, let's take a listen to what we have. I am going to change up a couple things here. I'm going to switch this out here. I'm going to bring up the bass up to 100%, bring the mids up to around 80. Treble, I'm just going to knock off a hair. And we're going to leave presence alone, but I am going to bring up the channel volume to roughly 60%. Using this solid body electric guitar with a humbucker, let's hear what we've got. Alright, it's in the ballpark, but I definitely want to get that open G tuning. So I'm going to select Mixer, and I'm going to be using a James Tyler Variax here. So I'm going to select Lester 1, and then I'm going to select the custom tuning, and you'll notice I've already put in that nice open G chord that he uses. Here's what it's going to sound like. So now if I play the exact same thing I did before, it sounds a little bit more like the song. So now we're going to go and take a look at the effects and see what we can do there. And the first thing I always like to add for most players is a volume pedal, even if they didn't have one specifically in their rig. Mr. Richards was known for using a wah pedal from time to time, so we're going to select wah, and then from wah I'm going to select chrome. May or may not be using tremolo, so that'll be something we do want to add on there, so that's under modulations. Opto-trem is the correct tremolo type for a Fender style amp like what we're using here. You'll notice that I've already set the tempo to 126 beats a minute, and I'm going to have this tremolo at 16th notes, and there's all sorts of different note values I can set it to, but I'm just going to have it match my tempo there. So the speed is already being controlled by the tempo, but then I am going to bring up that shape roughly half, and then I'm going to bring back the mix roughly half. So now you can take a listen and hear what this sounds like with just the tremolo. So that might be something that you'll want to use at some point, so we're going to throw that into this preset. So I'm going to turn that off for the time being. The next preset slot for effect, I'm going to choose a delay, and I'm going to choose tape echo dry. This is also going to be set to those 16th notes. You'll notice here under tempo sync, so that my time is already being filled in for me. I am going to take that feedback to 0. We're going to maybe back this mix off just a hair, and then we'll take a listen and hear what this sounds like. And here's what it's going to sound like with that delay. And the last effect I'm going to throw on is reverb. So I'm going to go in and select reverb here, and I'm going to choose the plate reverb. I'm going to drop the decay slightly. I'm going to pull off the tone just a hair. I'm going to drop that mix down to roughly 10%. Here's without the reverb. Here's with the reverb. Let's take a listen to what it's going to sound like if I have that echo on as well. And let's go over to controllers just to make sure that everything is assigned the way I want it. Starting off, the Tweed B model Bright, that's the actual amp, so I don't want to turn that on or off. I'm going to leave that on all the time, so I'm not going to assign that to anything. The volume pedal, I do want assigned to the expression toe switch, but I'm going to put that on controller 1. For the wah pedal, I'm going to also want that on an expression toe switch, but I'm going to put that on expression 2. Opto-trem, I'm going to put on FS2. Tape echo dry, FS3. Plate reverb is on FS4.